Hey guys, it's me again. Um, this isn't a video that I normally make, but I decided to try something new. I bought some stuff at Target yesterday, and I thought I would review it a little bit because it's something that I kind of enjoy. I am a big fan of spicy foods, right? I mean, I'm a big fan of food, but notably, I like spicy foods. And Buldak just came out. Well, you can barely see that. With their new chip line. Yeah, so I've got the Quattro cheese. I picked up the habanero lime. The original spicy. I got all three of those, as well as the new taco spicy ramen. And I thought for a first, let's do a food review. Yeah. I have tried all the ramen versions of these. And I don't know exactly which way I should go. So let's go with the least spicy version, which is the Quattro cheese. Sorry for the sprinkling, but that is kind of the way chip bags always go. Oh, you're going to be one of those, aren't you? Alright, hold on. Alright, I went and got a pair of scissors. Just be easier to open that way, and that way I can reseal them later. Alright, you can definitely smell the cheese and the spice. See what they look like. Alright, that's a pretty decent chip. They're potato chips, but they're flavored with the Buldak. Okay. Yeah, this is not... It's got a small kick at the end, but it's not heavily spicy. But that kick is definitely there at the end. When you first take it in, you get a lot of the cheese flavor. And then that spice. Yeah, definitely. You get like a mild cheese flavor right at the beginning. As you start to go, then that spice kind of creeps in from behind. And then really kind of settles in. Not bad, actually. Yeah. Not bad. I do have some water here so I can cleanse my palate a little bit. Let's try the habanero lime. Well, that's a small chip. Let's go for a bigger one. Okay. Pretty big. Now the habanero lime isn't my favorite of the ramen flavors. But it's still not bad. Yep. Again, you get that lime right at the beginning. So that spice level is very almost lesser than the quattro cheese is. But that lime flavor is very present. I like that. It's very good. Like I wouldn't call it like milder, but it is a lot. The spice content is actually a lot less than the quattro cheese, at least for me. Maybe it's the lime that sort of subdues the flavor a little bit. Huh. Rocky just got the zoomies. Okay. Next up we have the original spicy. Right? I was introduced to this a long time ago because I do like spicy foods. And I actually used to eat the 2-time spicy a lot at work. I would bring it in and tease people and be like, dude, if you can eat this with me, that, you know, that'd be great. Nobody could. Alright, original spicy chicken artificial flavoring. Again, chips are pretty pronounced. Very well done. You're not getting a small chip here. Alright, extraordinary fiery Buldak flavor. Huh. I don't know. Like, yeah, you can definitely taste it. But I wouldn't call that too pronounced. Out of the three, I think the quattro cheese has a bigger spice kick. Like right at the very end of it. I don't know if it's like a bait and switch, and that's why it feels like it's spicier. Let's try that. Let's try one of this again. Because like you get the spicy off that one, but it's almost like boom. It's like it's right there. It's immediately after you put it in your mouth, you get a little bit of spice, and it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the chip. Habanero lime, the lime kind of chills it a little bit. Yeah, okay. I mean, it could just be my taste buds too, but I'm feeling a much spicier after kick from the quattro cheese. Look, I'm not saying they're not good. These are all insanely delicious. And this sort of video is just my way of probably finishing 3 bags of potato chips in one sitting. But I don't want to say that because I'm fat. So we're calling it a taste test. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the ramen. I'm just going to do a pause. I'm going to go make it, and then I'm going to come back. Because I love Buldak ramen. So I'll be right back. All right, ramen is made. I haven't opened up the Buldak package yet because I ain't no wimp, and I wanted you to make sure that I was no wimp. I'm going to do the entire thing. Right in. The powder's already in there. So does have a interesting smell. I wouldn't call it Mexican-y or taco smell, but let me mix it up a bit. Not, I don't feel like it's not as dark as the normal is, because the normal is like super red and dark. So I'm kind of, my mixing skills aren't the greatest, obviously, but I am using my handy dandy chopsticks. Flakes in it look really good. All right, let's give it a try. A reasonable sized bite without getting overly noodle-fied. Okay. Yeah. I can definitely taste the inspiration. I don't know if I would call that like specifically taco, but it does. The inspiration is there, and I apologize if the slurping noise is terrible. Let's go in for a second bite. Not the spiciest at all, and I'm not even talking about the out of the 2 times spicy or whatever. Out of the originals, it's not as spicy. Good. Flavorful. I would definitely eat this as a regular, meal. You have hints of like cabbage, which is kind of weird, like maybe lettucey from the flakes and stuff like that. You've got some, I guess like that's supposed to be like a piece of dehydrated meat. Yeah. But it's not bad. It's not bad. Out of all this so far, the thing I like the most is probably the habanero lime chips. They just hit. They hit hard and really good. But I'll eat this. I bought a 5-pack because obviously that's how you get them. So I plan on probably eating this the rest of the week. Let me know what you guys thought. I like to eat. I'm fat. Yeah. I just tried something new, and that way I can house a whole bunch of chips later by my lonesome. Until then.